This is the main interface for the Compass Triangulation Professional Edition app. The majority of the screen displays a map. There is also a panel on top of the screen with 5 buttons. We'll discuss the function of these buttons in this video. Navigating the map is done just like any of the map applications. You can pan and pinch to zoom in and out. You will notice a blue dot on the center of the screen. This is referred to as the working dot, and we'll cover some of its uses through this video. Note that a data connection to the internet is required at this time. This app does not currently have an offline mode. First, let's get our current location. You can do that by pressing on the GPS button. This assumes that your device does have a GPS chip and that you have already allowed this application to access the GPS information on your device. The GPS does not run continuously. It is only enabled when you press on this button. This is done in order to preserve battery life on your device. The GPS does not run continuously. It is only enabled when you press on this button. This is done in order to preserve battery life on your device. The GPS chip on certain devices can sometimes take a few seconds before returning accurate information. You can press the GPS button several times until you get to the level of accuracy you desire. The blue working dot now represents my current location, and an info window is displayed. The info window can be closed and reopened at any time by pressing on the blue dot. The info window displays information about my current location: latitude, longitude, accuracy, and altitude if that information is returned by your GPS chip. The circle around the blue dot represents the accuracy. Your real location should be within this circle. One of the first things you should do is set the declination for your location. You can do that by pressing on the Settings button and by selecting Preferences. You can either set that number yourself or click on the Get Declination from NOAA to set it automatically based on your location. Click on the Save button when you are done. Some of the other options available in the Settings menu are the ability to change the type of map displayed. You can also toggle between day and night colors for Google Maps. There is also support for OpenStreetMap. Let's set the map to terrain and zoom out. Now that I was able to get a reading to the location I'm attempting to triangulate, let me add a heading on the map. Press on Add Heading and set the desired line length and compass bearing and click Add. A new marker was added to the map, as well as the triangulation line. The marker's info window will retain information about the location of the reading. It also contains a button on the bottom to get driving directions, a distance to the working dot as the birds fly, and an option to delete the waypoint. Now let's pretend that I moved to a new location. You can actually move to a new location and press the GPS button to move the blue working dot to your location. However, for this demonstration, I simply move the dot manually. You'll notice that the dot no longer has accuracy information and instead says drop location. Now I could not get a reading from this location, but I still want to note that fact. I can do so by pressing on Map Actions, Add Note. I can type any text I want, and I can save it by clicking on Save Note. Now let me move again to a new location. And this time I could get a reading, so I need to add that heading. And I have my second reading. Now at this point I have hopefully an estimated position for my triangulation, and I can move the working dot to that location. And from there, another feature of this application is that I can get an estimated location for this position. I can do so by clicking on Map Action and Get Nearest Location. At this point, two things happened. A new marker was added on the screen with information about the location, as well as a line. The line represents the heading from that geocoded address to the actual location of the dot, including a compass heading and a distance. Now, this is my new position as I start heading towards the location. Two other options are available. If I click on the marker and open the info window, clicking on the information button will display on the bottom of the screen a distance and heading from my location to this marker. I also have the option of clicking on the GPS icon on the left of the info window, and this will compute a driving direction from my current location to the location of the marker. Some of the other options available under Map Action are Save Map Location. This will do just as it says. It will save the current location of the working dot as well as the type of map, so that the next time you open the application, this information is saved. Center on marker will actually put the working dot in the center of the screen. Get marker in view will do actually just the opposite. It will move the working dot to the center of the current view of the screen. Another useful feature is the Find Address option. Clicking on this will open a window where I can type either a street address or an intersection, and the application will find the location and move the working dot to that location. Let's zoom back out and look at other options available in this application. By opening the info window, let's look at the three different options that are available. First, let's press on the info button. This will draw a line on the screen and display a distance and heading from the current working dot to that marker. This is useful if you decide that you want to walk in straight line to that location. Now, if you decide to drive, another option available is to click on the GPS button in the info window. This will open a panel that will display driving directions from the working dot to that marker. Let's explore additional options available under the Map Action menu. Save Map Location will save the current position of the working dot as well as the type of map that you're displaying for future use, so that next time you open the applications, these settings become the new default. Center on marker will move the map so that the blue working dot is on the center of the screen. Get marker in view will do the exact opposite. It will move the working blue dot to the center of the screen at the location that is being displayed at the moment. Find Address is useful if you want to put a marker on a particular street address or intersection. There is also an option to go to specific coordinates if you know them. Markers are saved automatically by this application and will be present next time you reopen the application. Any marker can be deleted simply by clicking on the marker and clicking on the X icon in the info window. If you want to clear your entire work area, you can select Map Actions and Clear Map. We hope this app will be useful to you and look forward to adding new features to make it even more useful and powerful. Thank you for watching this video.